Hey, White Rock 85, coming to you from the basement this morning. You may recognize this area. I have in front of me my Arsenal Link Saiga SGL-21 AK-47 74 variant. Has a couple 74 parts on it, but it's mostly an AK-47. I had done some modifications to it, some Mako group. This is a folding stock and with a nice cheek riser and a nice grip on here. I have a couple videos on there of me putting these on if you want to check those out. I think you find them right over here. They're very, very nice additions to the firearm itself. It really helped out. I happen to have my old parts over here. This is the plum furniture that was on the AK originally. Not sure if this is going to come across or not. I got myself an extra 1.5 to 2 inches almost on the stock, which I need. The plum stock was just a little bit too small for me. The two grips compared to each other. I don't have a big hand, but this just felt really small in my hand. This Mako group molded stock or molded grip fits perfectly in my hand, and it was a really nice addition. Originally had the plum color furniture on there, the plum handguard on there, that I ended up removing and replacing it with this Tapco Intrafuse foregrip. I did put this short down tube on there, and I have a red dot on the top. But I got a couple comments in the comment section that said that it really didn't do justice to this particular firearm. Because this was kind of on the cheap side. It doesn't look real bad. I don't think it doesn't look terribly cheap, but they did have a point. I want to thank, I think it was Dark Sith 1980 that kind of pointed that out to me, and kind of got me thinking about what I could do to replace this to make it look a little bit better, maybe to give it a little bit more justice to the complete firearm itself. Took his advice and ordered a Hogue. And this is AK-47 74 Overmolded Handguard kit. It fits both the milled and stamp receivers. It does have the metal shield in there that I'll show you. And made in the USA, which meets the ATF 922R compliance laws. You really want to make sure, if you have these AKs, there's a lot of people out there that are looking for any reason to take these away from you. And if you put a lot of parts on there, and again, these are the Mako group. This is made in Israel, these two pieces. I had to put something that was made in the USA on my foregrip itself, or I would think I would be reaching the limit of how many foreign parts that I could have on this AK-47. I'm going to go ahead and take this off and go ahead and replace it. Now, this is the dark earth color on the bottom. The one thing I did like about this is that it gave it a little bit of color offset on it. It wasn't a completely black rifle, say like most of the ARs are. If you have a straight real wood AK-47, you can do some things to that wood and really bring it out, and you have the nice wood grain. And I didn't have this. This was all plastic to begin with, so I didn't have the wood grain. To kind of give it a little bit of a difference between that and the black firearm, the black metal itself. And that's why I went with a little bit of the dark earth. It is black up at the top, so it's going to match pretty nice, but it's pretty nice color in here, and we're going to see how that looks like. So I'm going to get started by go ahead and taking this off. I'm going to break it down, take this off, and start to put it on. I'll show you a little bit of the Hogue grip itself and what's contained in it. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Well, first thing I'm going to have to do is go ahead and take this is a True Glow red-green dot scope or sight off of there. I think it's only 1 power, which actually for me was really good. Have a little bit of vision issues and having trouble seeing the sight, so that red dot on there really made a difference. Really good, especially for the True Glow. This certainly didn't break the bank. $70 I think for this True Glow. So let's go ahead and take this off and put this aside. I probably will have to re-sight this in when I'm finished. I'll try to put it back basically in the same area, but I'm sure I'm going to have to make some minor adjustments. And of course, I did safety check it before I started, and As you can see, we are definitely empty. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking this apart. Go ahead and take our top off. Set this aside. Take our spring out. So let me turn the camera down for a sec and let me go ahead and take this off. God, it's tough. Well, I got the old foregrip off. This did come out in one piece. Go ahead and hold on to this just in case I want to do something with it, or I have a friend that may want to swap a box of shells or something for it. On the gas tube, still have to remove this. Do a little twist and that comes right off. So I have this off. I have my old parts. Go ahead and set those aside. One nice piece about this, it comes with two of the upper parts of your handguard, one with the picatinny rail and one without. So depending on if you want to go ahead and put a rail on there or not, or rails, because you can put a couple on the side if you want, and the bottom. So you have a little bit of flexibility with this. Also, I didn't get this because I had the Mako handguard or hand grip, but you can also get an overmolded hand grip with this kit. So let's start breaking this package down, get our parts out. There's our upper with the rail and upper without the rail. Some nuts, and then our lower and our side rails if we want to go ahead and put those on. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. In here comes with some instructions in this blue paper, and has a pretty nice heat shield in there, pretty comparable to what was in with the Tapco series. So we have our heat shield. That's going to go in real good. So we'll go ahead and get this on. I'm going to decide what I want to do with these rails or not. I can't see myself putting a flashlight or a laser on it, so most likely I'm probably going to keep them off, but you certainly have the option if you want to go ahead and put those on. I am going to put the top picatinny rail on there, so then I can take my True Glow and go ahead and put that back on again for my aging eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and hopefully I don't need to do any filing. It says if you need to do a little bit of filing on this to get that in, hopefully I won't need any of that. So hopefully this will go right in. Looks like no filing necessary, getting right in here and closing our little rod off. Down in there. There we go. So no filing on this, fit perfectly. Already I can see it looking good just like this. So have our gas tube, and let's get this baby on there. Have our top part onto the gas tube with the picatinny rail. Really not that difficult to get on there. So let's go ahead and put our gas tube on. This is always an adventure with this. Very tight tolerance. And one thing we want to take a look at, to get the gas tube on, I had to file down the bottom. Again, this is the one without the rail. The bottom right here, as you can see on this one, those are actually gone now. To get the gas tube to go on there, had to file that much off. Now I don't know if that's particular to my firearm, to Saiga, to Hogue. I'm not really sure, but it took a little time to get that off of there, or to get to file that down. But it is off, and it was able to secure the gas tube in there correctly as it should be. So I may want to keep that in consideration. Again, I'm not sure if that's something particular to mine. So we'll go ahead and finish putting her back together again and see how it looks. Go ahead and go ahead and put our True Glow back on. Mount that about where it was before. Be interesting to see how many shots it takes to, or how far off it actually was. Back on again. Turn my True Glow off. It is off. So there is the Hogue, the overmolded handguard on there. A little bit of, again, issue. Had to file some down. Maybe you're going to have to file less than I did. But certainly came out pretty nice. So there we are. Again, looking a lot nicer than the Tapco, I think. So again, thanks to our YouTube friends for the suggestion. So here's a little comparison between the two. Looking pretty good, I think. Can't wait to take it back up to cab in the springtime and check it out and see what we're doing with it. So this is White Rook 85 signing out off the Delmarva Peninsula today. Everybody have a good one.